I was in Ed's. I remember faintly being in Ed's apartment. Well, I remember being in Ed's apartment, but I remember faintly that he said something about he was writing a song about something. And I said something about this lyric might work or something. That's about it. And I was looking through a record store and I saw written by Ken Sanders, Cordell McDonald.
Oh!
Yeah. Well, it was written by Ed Sanders. I mean, I didn't write it.
Really? Thinking about Chicago.
I never heard it.
No?
I don't
I'll send
remember.
it to you. I'll tape it, man, if you give me an address.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, we'll just start. Just try to talk into the mic as close as you can.
Are you taping this or something?
Yeah, I just turned on the machine.
Oh, I see.
You know, our other studios are locked, so I had to
Well, you're not going to air this tonight then?
No, I'll air it tomorrow on my show. Is that cool?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
I guess the promoter was hoping we could do a live plug
Well,
for the show.
When I came over, see, we did a live broadcast with Joe Jackson tonight from 7:30 to 9:30 or something. And, you know, the timing just was off. But
Right.
that's cool. But we've been hitting it all week. I played an hour of your shit last night.
Great.
So we just
I guess they took our spots.
Yeah, oh, for sure. You're listening to WHFS Bethesda, Maryland. My name's Thomas, and with us tonight is Country Joe McDonald and Barry Melton. How you doing?
Just fine.
Welcome to Bethesda.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to be here.
You guys are playing over at the Pysche Delly tonight and tomorrow for 2 shows, right?
That's true. July 12th and 13th.
That's right. You guys seem to don't change with the trends in music. I mean, you guys have been at it for a long time. I know the Pysche broke up, and then you did a reunion album, about a year ago or so. That came out. What brought the reunion together?
Well, I've been hoping Country John the Fish would have another chance, and I put a lot of pressure on Barry for us to, because Barry and I are essentially Country John the Fish. I mean, we were before and we are still after, but I put pressure on him to record with the original group to see if the original group, being the group that most people know of, is David Cohen, Bruce Barthol, Chicken Hirsch, Barry, and myself, to see what would happen, because we had a one-shot deal with Fantasy. So I felt it was important to complete the circle in some way, and so we made the record, of which I'm not. No one was really excited about the results, although there are some good things on it. And I guess that was pretty much the end of ever thinking of putting that group back together again, because Barry and I had gotten much better in the years, and the other guys had pretty much stayed the same, so it didn't work out very well. We have been working with a lot of local people in the West Coast for about close to a year now, but we're working as a duo for this tour of 2 weeks. Next month we'll start working with the band again, but it won't be those guys, it'll be other people.
Mm-hmm. You still kept your affiliation with Sam Charters, who has done a lot of work with blues guys for Vanguard.
Yep.
I noticed that.
We tried to recreate the whole thing, you know, the producer and...
Right, Sam was the original producer of all the Country Joe and the Fish LPs during that mid-60s period.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work out very well either. It's very hard to bring back something that's that old, you know, so much time has passed.
I can dig what you're saying, because I've talked to people about the Byrds reunion when they tried to bring it back together. The magic or whatever is, it's either there or it isn't, and reunions are hard to bring back. But it's a very good album. Insufficient Fun is a good song. I like that. Do you have a favorite on that album?
No, not really. No, I like Thunderbird, but I don't think the songs were given the treatment they should have been given, because of, like I said, we had problems, personal problems.
All right. Well, let's listen to a couple of things off of it, and then come back and talk some more, okay? This is WHFS Bethesda, Maryland, and we're talking to Country Joe McDonald and Barry Melton, and we're playing across the street at the Pysche Delly. When you guys broke up a while back, you did an album, Hold On, It's Coming, and there was supposed to be a movie, I believe, from that. Did the movie ever get off the ground?
No, the movie never got off the ground.
No. That's also a favorite of mine, favorite album. But, let's see, we're going to edit a lot of this shit. Fucked up.
You got a lot of records there.
Yeah, play a lot of them too.
Wonder if they're all there.
Let's see.
Let me see if they're all here.
What do you think about the
Mm.
Woodstock 2? Think it's going to happen?
No, I don't think it's going to happen, actually. It appears that they're having difficulty obtaining insurance, obtaining a site, and getting it all together. And it becomes dubious at this point, so late in July, when things aren't together, that they're going to be able to get anything together approaching the magnitude of the original Woodstock. Once again, they're stuck in a bind trying to recreate something, perhaps, that it's going to be difficult at best to recreate. As far as this being the 10th year from Woodstock, however, I think in some sense it is being celebrated by different people in different ways, and in a series of smaller events, including media events that are related to Woodstock in that period in time.
Do you think music is changing a lot as we go into the 80s, Joe?
Oh, wow, it's really changing. With disco and electronic gizmos, sound and everything, yeah. Oh, it's really different, don't you think?
Oh, I do. You were one who was a very outspoken person. I mean, you put a lot of pressure on Mr. Nixon, way back when, and now, I guess the gasoline crisis is a big deal. You have any feelings about that? I mean, will your music reflect any of today's problems?
I've got a song about inflation that I've been singing.
Really?
Yeah. I think inflation has something to do with us all. I was in England during their big inflationary period when the pound started going down the tubes. And this reminds me a lot of it, actually. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But you're right here close to the source. You guys should have your finger on the pulse here in Bethesda.
Oh, for sure. I told you, we get into the White House. Signal gets in there.
Well, mostly we're into getting people to try to be friends with their food. Like, we figured that if people become really friends with their food, they'll stop eating bad food, you know. It's because if you really get to know somebody, you know their personality, and you find out that you don't really like them or something. So we have some material about hot dogs and hamburgers, and we encourage people to really get to know and talk to their food, you know.
Are you a vegetarian? Or
No.
into that?
No, we just eat good food, mostly sweet potatoes and rutabagas, a lot of rutabagas.
A lot of rutabagas.
And brown rice. Barry has a brown rice pudding that he makes.
Parsnips, yeah, parsnips and brown rice. It's a great pudding, really. I use no artificial sweeteners or colors or flavorings.
Maybe you'd like to hear the recipe.
2 teaspoons of monosodium glutamate, 5 pounds of blended puree of brown rice, 3 parsnips,
You forgot the hash.
half a jar of vinegar, and a pound of hashish, and there you are.
It's really great.
I know that you did a political thing about whales, saving the whales. You and Graham Nash and Jacques Cousteau or whatever were in the same direction.
I don't remember Graham Nash being there. Well, I did a lot of things for whales. And actually, it was through our work with saving the whales that we happened to hire Richard Nixon as our roadie. And because he heard that we were into saving whales, and he said he'd been harpooned a lot, and he knew what it felt like. So he works for us as a roadie now. Him and his alter ego, actually. They both work for us as roadies. We pay them Well, I don't think we've paid him, actually.
No, we let him sell his memoirs in the lobby, though.
Barry, you did an album not too long ago, or a while back.
That was before his eye operation.
That isn't my most recent album, but you can ask me about it anyway.
What isn't your most recent album?
That album.
What album?
What is your most recent album?
What album?
That album he's holding in his hand.
But people on the radio can't see it.
Oh, I see.
We'll show it to him.
Show it to him, yeah. Hold it up.
There you go, folks.
There, that's better.
Yeah, that's an album. You wanted to ask me something about this
Yeah, I
album?
wanted to ask you how you got into doing your own solo.
Oh, well, this is my fourth solo album. My fifth is on the market. My sixth is about to come out.
Are you guys currently still with Fantasy Records?
No, we're not with anybody. Country on the Fish aren't with anybody. Barry has got something on another label, and I've got something on a label. I've always wondered something about this particular album here, Barry.
Yes?
This Barry Melton, The Fish. It's an imported album from. It's called Severn Bay Bridge, England Wall, San Francisco. Two
It's
bridges,
called Barry
brand
Melton,
rockfish contains
fish.
on.
There it is.
Well, what's two bridges, brand rockfish mean? Contains what? Contains O.
Well, that's just me in a sardine can, can't you tell?
Oh, yeah, okay. But I just want to know what was wrong with your eyes in this picture, because they seem so large.
Oh, well, I think
You
I
look
took a
some
lot of
startled.
drugs prior to taking the album cover
What
photograph.
kind of drug?
I can't talk about that over the air, you know that.
Your eyes look
I mean,
really crazy.
he's so close to the FCC here in Bethesda, we wouldn't want to step on anyone's toes.
Ouch! I just stepped on my toe.
Any future projects you guys have in the makings you'd like to tell us about?
Well, we've got a tour of discos, and our tour of 4 coming up. It's a dome complex, Holiday Inn Dome complex in a Saturn V star cluster, and we'll be going there. Since you travel faster than faster than the speed of light, we'll be gone about 20 years. But when we come back, it'll only be a couple days. An Earth time will have passed. It's a really great thing. We've already done about 15 tours of
Intergalactic spaces, yeah.
outer space, and actually altogether we've toured outer space about 20 years. But only
in Earth time, we've only been gone a few days.
Yeah.
I've noticed that because rock and roll music from the planet Earth tells us a lot about that.
Yeah, that was a big hit, and Dome Complex 17, and that's why we put the coded stuff down on the bottom, so, because they don't speak English there, of course. They don't mind hearing music in English, but they really don't speak English very
We
much.
do make a brief appearance on Earth here in a new movie called More American Graffiti. It's the George Lucas sequel to American Graffiti. We asked for a part in Star Wars 2, but were declined, and instead George Lucas gave us a part in American Graffiti. So that'll be in your neighborhood movie theater in a couple of weeks. Fall out and see it. And by the way,
Well,
folks, I would want to remind you at this point that we're at the Psychedelly tonight, right here on Cordell Avenue in Bethesda, right across the street from this radio station. So
How do you like our radio station?
it's a beautiful radio
Well, this
station,
is really
but why
A gorgeous radio station.
why are all these secretaries and things walking around here naked?
Yeah, that's
Is there
incredible. It's the first radio station I ever saw
Where everybody's naked in the station? Why don't you put your clothes on?
Okay, well there's a reason. You see, we have no windows.
Oh, you don't have to worry about peeping Toms or Freds even. I love the way it's all purple in here. Purple and pink. What a beautiful decor. And tinfoil. I love tinfoil too.
I do too, man.
Silver, purple, and pink.
We actually have a similar sense of aesthetic. You know, perhaps you could give me a job.
Oh, for sure. This is WHFS Bethesda, Maryland, and we're talking to Country Joe and Barry Melton. Joe, a while back, a gentleman, a disc jockey, played the Fish cheer on the air and got into a lot of hassles about it.
Well,
Did you ever follow that?
I thought that was over. I mean, I know that happened in the 60s, but I didn't know it was happening in the 70s still.
Where was this?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh boy, really?
Actually, did you know that most homosexuals have a better physical build than As most heterosexuals?
No, I don't get out much at night because I'm here.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I thought you might... we work at night a lot.
Hey, did you know that now that the Pope is Polish and lives in Rome, they're going to call him Roman Polanski?
Where are you guys living right now? Working?
At the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, we live at the Holiday Inn. We're members of that club, the...
Holiday Club. Holiday Inn Club, yeah.
No, the Inner Circle.
Inner Circle, yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Shh. Quiet.
Members of the Inner Circle, I shouldn't have said that.
That's
Well,
right.
disregard that.
Yeah, forget all about it.
You want to hear a bilingual joke I made up?
Oh, yeah.
Yo soy bean.
Joe, what were some of your influences getting you into music? Who really, turned you on?
I turned
Well,
you on several times.
Barry turned me on a couple times, yeah. And I think,
Who else did we score from?
let me see, Jack LaLanne was a big influence on me. And also Engineer Bill, he had a TV show, used to play red light, green light. He'd say, green light, drink your milk, red light, stop, That guy was a big influence on me.
Yeah.
He had a song that went, put another candle on my birthday cake, I'm another year old today. Yeah, beautiful. Crusader Rabbit and Pogo Possum, well, probably Albert, the alligator, was more of a Churchy LaFemme, the turtle. But they were all a big influence on me. R. Crumb was a real big influence on my music, actually.
Yeah, and the Cheap Suit Serenaders?
Yeah, right.
You play them a lot.
If it hadn't been for the Cheap Suit Serenaders, I don't know what I'd have done for a suit. I mean, a cheap suit, actually. Well, I guess I'll just
Yeah,
pause
just
here for
go
a
right
second.
ahead. Take the pause that refreshes.
So, what are the other guys that used to be in the Fish up to right now? You stay in touch
Well,
with
there's
them?
been lots of other guys, and there's so many. A lot of people think that the guys that we made our first album with, for instance, are the fellows who appeared in Woodstock, and they're not.
Or most people think that those guys, other people we play with, are important.
We played-
That's not true. They're not important at all. As a matter of fact,
Well, they
the
are
only real important thing to us is ourselves, of course. And
No,
we
actually,
think
we
that
had lots of personnel drifting in and out of Country Joe and the Fish, but the only consistent element has been Country Joe and the Fish, myself, throughout our long and illustrious
career.
prolix careers, yes.
Our new show is titled Country Joe and the Fish's Incredible Sale and Show, by the way. I thought you might like to know
people
that.
coming to see us should bring extra money in case they want to take advantage of some of the bargains we're offering from stage.
Yeah, we saw a lot of really fantastic things from the 60s and the
Mementos.
70s.
I'm selling original guitar picks that I used at Woodstock in the movie and that kind of thing, and very, very reasonable prices. Well, I'm sure people will be delighted and entertained.
Well, Chicken Hirsch actually is in an ashram and in Bakersfield. Right now, he's been there for about 6 weeks now. Ever since he crashed on his brewer's yeast and safflower oil diet.
Yeah.
That he was.
And David Cohen is a leader in the gay rights movement in San Francisco. No, it's quite.
A lot of problems.
It's quite true. I hate that. I mean, I guess, look, he's come out of the closet, so I don't mind speaking about it, really.
How long was he in the closet, actually?
But it turned out, it was really strange working for a guy who eventually went, became a gay rights advocate, and I guess
He's not even gay, too. It's a weird thing. But he works all day long on it, and he wears a dress and everything. He's not even gay, and all he talks about is how he really hates gay people.
Right. And Bruce Barthol is still a member of the Communist Party, I guess.
I mean, I think the people probably misunderstood you. See, come out of the closet is an expression. People, they weren't gay, and then they come out of the closet and they become gay. That isn't what you meant, right?
Yeah. No, that's not what I meant.
See, David actually went into the closet in his house. He lived there for about 2 years. His old lady would feed him food, just hand it like right through the door. Open it up a little bit, and then he came out of the closet and got into the gay movement, and he's been there ever since.
Oh, I can sympathize with that because there's not a lot of
At
air in
any
the
rate,
closet.
we hope that people who come down
Oh, there
to
isn't
the
a lot of air.
psychedelic-
No.
come down to the psychedelic bring us a little of the local hospitality. We're very much into locally grown hospitality.
And drag queens.
And drag queens, yeah.
Invite-
All the drag queens are invited.
Drag queens get in free.
That's right. Drag queens get in free. Plus, we're very, very interested in seeing older folks, really. We have some
Geriatric.
We have some material designed for those over
Grey
70.
Panthers.
Yeah,
What
Grey
kind of
Panthers.
material? Pardon me, what kind of material are you doing?
Oh, we got one
Cotton,
song called...
polyester.
Oh, is that what he meant? That kind
What?
of material?
Well, he was asking what kind of material we had in the act, and plastic, cotton,
Yeah.
polyester,
Asbestos.
asbestos.
This is why I thought Woodstock would fail, because all those people would be in their double knit polyester suits and they would get them dirty. It would shrink if it rained. So
No, polyester doesn't.
No?
It doesn't really get dirty. There's not too much you can do to polyester. It's sort of like Formica or something. I mean, you can't really destroy it, and water runs off. It's not really water soluble. It doesn't stretch, because I've tried to stretch mine. I cut holes in my polyester suits so they can breathe, can have ventilation.
What about Primitive People, Joe? That's a song that David Bromberg played with you on. Kind of summed up the whole 1970s.
Well, I think I was a little bit ahead of my time. That whole album, Goodbye Blues, a lot of things, that's been our problem. You see, we're essentially ahead of our time, so we have to slow ourselves down. We don't allow ourselves to, like, really work 100% and think and everything. We give ourselves handicaps. Like,
for example,
instance,
as a radio DJ, you may be able to understand that we came out against the Vietnam War in 1965.
well, we
now,
actually came out
this
against the Vietnam
causes-
War in 1955.
This
the
causes,
first time.
1965, at the time that the original Fixin' to Die rag came out, we were banned from every AM radio station in the country.
Oh, that's interesting. What's so
And-
funny, Barry?
Oh, come on. We were banned from every AM radio station in the country when the Fixin' to Die rag came out. Subsequently, Richard Nixon got elected because he opposed the war in Vietnam. Now, if we had waited till 1972 to oppose the war in Vietnam, it would have been a feather in our caps. As a result of coming out too early against the war in Vietnam, we had nothing but trouble. We were banned from the AM radio. We were banned from all the municipal auditoriums. So we seem to be ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we didn't really benefit from that song except for the USO tours. We really nothing happened. 8 USO tours of Guam. We kept touring Guam. We toured Guam a lot. Actually, in 1967, 68, 69, 70, and those White House concerts too. Aside from that.
You wish to say something?
Yeah, we gotta go across the street, they called up.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. We gotta do some ideas. This is WHFS, Bethesda, Maryland. I'd like to thank you, Country Joe and Barry, for coming by. Good luck tonight at the Psychedelic.
WHFS?
Right, I
We'll
got
give you
them
an
all.
ID.
Okay.
This is Barry the Fish Melton, and
I got them all written out. You go first, Joe. Just read this. Take your time.
Hello, this is Country Joe McDonald. You are listening to WHFS Bethesda, Maryland, 1OZ.3 FM.
no, you have to say.
102. That's what
102.
Still said, 108.
You should work on your Z's.
I know.
Hello, this is Country Joe McDonald. You are listening to WHFS Bethesda, Maryland, 1. He wants to see you again.
Can you read the other side of it?
Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to WHFS Bethesda, Maryland, 102.3 FM.
Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to
Stop that. You're Joe McDonald.
Oh,
And they're listening to... I'm Barry Melton. And they're
Oh, you're
listening
Barry
to...
Melton.
Yes.
Yeah.
102.3 FM.
yeah.
Bethesda, Maryland, yes.
Right.
WHFS.
Oh.
Oh, whoops, I blew it. That's a bad idea. This is
Barry the Fish Melton.
and Country Joe McDonald. You are listening to WHFS Bethesda, Maryland, 102.3 FM. Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton, and
Country Joe McDonald.
you are listening to Thomas on WHFS Bethesda, Maryland. 102.3 FM.
These are the other jobs. Helps get your record played, you hit it and everything.
Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to Damien on... What? Who is it? Damien. Okay. Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to Damien on WHFS Bethesda, Maryland. Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to Don on WHFS Bethesda, Maryland. Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to Mark on WHFS Bethesda, Maryland, where the hits happen. Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to...
This is Country Joe
No,
McDonald.
stop
You're
it!
listening to...
No. Hello,
Hello,
this is...
this is-
Let me finish the thing, and then you can do them all. Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to Diane on WHFS Bethesda, Maryland. Hello, this is Barry the Fish Melton. You are listening to Thomas on WHFS Bethesda, Maryland.
Okay. The next time you guys get into Washington, I
Now
hope
you read 'em all.
you come up and play. Could you bring a guitar up or something and play, Joe?
Oh, yeah, that would be fine.
That would be great.
You could do it tomorrow,
As a
maybe.
matter of fact, maybe tomorrow we could do something.
Yeah, you
Tape
could be
or
here tomorrow.
something.
All right, yeah, well, I'll be a little more together. But I will send you a copy of this. I'll get your address.
Go through all the names.
Am I supposed
They're
to?
waiting on us, man, but fuck 'em.
Yeah, no, we better go over there because we've got the two shows.
Before you go?
Okay.
I'll give you my number and all that shit.
Okay. Maybe between sets over there?
Sure. Oh. But like I said, I saw you with Southside Johnny. You blew him away.
Strange gig, wasn't it?
It really, whoever built that shit.
I don't know who put it together. It was a rock company.
Get this shit up there.
Okay.
I really appreciate it. Okay. Taking the time out.
I'm sorry, it was a little hassle today because I got behind.
Hey, hang on.